Hi guys, today I'll be taking a look at a very underwhelming switch, the Outemu Teal. Let's get started. Now, the Outemu Teal is a budget Cherry MX Green clone. However, Outemu Teals are noticeably heavier than MX Greens and are also slightly muted. Additionally, since it's an MX Green clone, these serve more or less the same function, meaning that these are designed for larger keys, such as the spacebar. In terms of pricing, these currently go for £4 for 10 switches on AliExpress, which is in line with its closest competitors. And this is what they look like disassembled. Feel free to pause the video. Now, let's move on to the switch categories. On-center key presses aren't too bad. It's what I would consider to be above average for most of the switches. Nothing really stands out here. However, off-center key presses are quite scratchy. The switches installed in my Z and D key suffer the most from this. Also, most of the switches become scratchier the further down you press them. Overall, these are average. They aren't too shabby, but I'm certainly not a fan. 5 out of 10. Now, the weighting is heavier than the MX Green by a noticeable margin. In fact, these are the heaviest of the green clones I've tested so far. The manufacturer states the operating force at 70 grams, but in practice it feels a touch heavier than that, I suspect closer to 80 grams. Now, it does have a tactile event. It's very light, not very crisp, and barely present, so it's nothing special in that regard. Overall, I really don't like this weighting, it's far too heavy. 4 out of 10. The Greetech Greens are still my favorite choice for this segment. Sound unexpectedly is slightly muted for these switches, however it doesn't help it, they still sound rattly and annoying. Guess you can't ever get rid of that. 4 out of 10. Now for the typing demo, enjoy. Typing performance is not a great experience. Firstly, the weighting. It's far too heavy to comfortably type on. They definitely didn't design these to be a typist switch. By the way, I don't even consider myself to be one either, but there is something wrong with the switch design if I keep making errors whilst typing on them. And secondly, they aren't really that tactile. Its tactility is more of a suggestion than anything else. It's not very crisp and not very satisfying to type on. Overall, it's just a bad clicky switch. It's not the worst out there, but even for an MX type switch, it should be better than this. 4 out of 10. Now, gaming is a little interesting because for casual games, these are fine. Sure, it's not the best choice, but it's okay for the most part. However, the story changes for competitive games. These are not optimized for that. It's far too heavy and you'll get tired far more quickly when using these as well. Additionally, the high-pitched nature of the switch means that these are not just annoying to yourself, but also to your teammates, if you're the type to chat and game at the same time. I mean, I get it, yeah, of course you can use these for competitive play, but why? It makes no sense to me unless you love these, I guess. 5 out of 10. In conclusion, don't buy these, pick the Greetech Green instead. The final score for this switch is 22 out of 50 or 44%, near the bottom of the pile. Anyway, next time I'll be reviewing the most requested switch on this channel. Until then, take care and goodbye.